There we go, I'm back. Okay, now it's connected. I don't know why it stopped for some reason. That was weird. But, okay, I think it's good now. Okay, let's see. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like it's back. Okay, we're back. Connection's a little unstable, but we'll be fine, I think. Yeah, we're back. Okay, we lost a bit of footage over there, but it's okay. It's fine. Anyway, let's go. Make sure we're still streaming. Just want to test to make sure everything's going good. Okay, we're still gone. I think we're still good, right? We're still rating. There we go. Okay, we're perfect. Perfect. Yeah, like 360. Okay, testing, testing. Okay, we're back. Let's go. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Gah? Sorry. I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the words Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results show the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. When she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like them apples? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin the cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why did you testify about this vital piece of information the first time? Oh, I know. I'm really embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After examined the evidence with my own eyes. Found the things next to the victim's body. I think I know what to put for this. There we go. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only one who's absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your apartment, Detective. Immediate death due to blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. What? No butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? was the day after the murder. Prosecutor's report being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy report was informed yesterday at my request. The death was immediate. Almost immediate due to the blood flow, but there is possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these reports this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Detective's a sham. I'm a sham. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. We'll see about that. Let the witness, Mrs. April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Okay, let me just do some stretches. Ugh. Okay. Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service. Wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. He's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Well, I was, in my hotel room, tee-hee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from my Van Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was 9 o'clock at night when I looked out the window. Okay. Let me save. And just do a refresh. Refresh the game again. Keeps doing that. Okay, recent ROM. It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a lady with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting at the dentist's chair. And then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble this witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mrs. May's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm obviously, yeah. I'm obviously gonna do that. I'm dropping frames like crazy. I gotta, after this trial, Yeah, my voice is gonna get rough after this. I'd say after this trial, I'm definitely gonna do that. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. God, I'm dropping frames like crazy. It was like when I looked out the window, you know? Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why? What? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting us to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of question that easily? I sort of, you know... I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a harder one. Harder. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions? I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window? What did you see next? A woman with long hair. That was Maya Fey. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? Attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she has a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with the short, girlish figure. The testimony's bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. The testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what's the meaning of this? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. I mean, okay. If you really witnessed with my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like that on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that trivial little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Okay, we're getting close. I did see everything. I did. The victim's woman dodged first attack and ran off to the left, right. Girl and Hated Girl ran after her. The weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. Ooh. Oh! That's the thing, I think. I think we're gonna get her. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. I think I know what I gotta do. The clock bit. She doesn't know it's a clock. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Yes! We got it. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue, the thinker, was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that was that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder! Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock? Let me just make sure. Yep, I'm so. Ooh! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. Yes, you will rejoin your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was a close one. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer your question. How did you know it was a clock? What? But that's... Because I heard it. Yes, I heard it. I said the time. So, you've been law offices of Fay & Co. No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room, hee hee. Law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can give up now. I'm not satisfied because... I heard the clock go off in the hotel next door. Wait, that was the wrong option. What grounds? This is a trivial matter with no discrete bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn, it's time to switch string. Quick. Your Honor, you can't give up now. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. The clock is missing its clockwork. That's not it, isn't it? Interesting, Your Honor. That's what the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? As you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk. Quite a show you put on, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you can say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when the clockwork was removed, if it was after the witness heard the clock, then there was no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have emptied after she heard it. That is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clock was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you liked so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... I got it right here. It's... Check. It's right here. It says... Present. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly cell phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoes overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not! Let's hear the conversation. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Mwah! Mwah! Bah! Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't that obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was it again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So, witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Sir Wright? Yes, obviously. The queen claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove that the witness had not seen the clock before. It's simple. The lock was never made in a store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in the police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high times you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse. This is not on sale today? Oh! What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Grunt. Did I, lose it? I guess I did, teehee. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an option on this? Opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Let me explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... You had never held a clock in her hand. However, she had heard it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the dinger was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard it was a clock. Obviously, it's going to be the wiretap. Have a look at this. Oh, that! I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim. Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you not? Ooh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have no proof. You still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say the victim was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone the clock is back to the phone, I think. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's inside? It's a clock. It's made to look like Sachu, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. La la. Ugh. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so the bad guy is it? Is it? Wah. That did it. Seeing the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. Miss May? What is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you? You killed her, didn't you? Order. There will be order. What? How can you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretap. Oops. So you admit you tapped her phone? But wait. I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl. Really? Can you prove it? No way she could prove it. You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer. But I could prove it, and I will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way! Oh, I can assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting my room service from the bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene of the crime. Time to murder. Ah! So, where does this leave us? It's my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's phone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No. They're gonna let her just walk away? There's no way I can win unless I could tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious about her, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk it quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? April May's alibi is not in question after you examine the bellboy. You will recognize that Miss Mays was not the killer, and thus she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the guilty verdict. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in the bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the boy to the stand. Oh, God. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. Certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. Okay. I think I'm going to call for today. We're getting close to the end. We're getting close. I know there's probably going to be more after this. My voice is getting very shot doing all the voices and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it. So let me just see if this works. Continue. Save point. And then we're going to save state. And then I'm going to close the ROM. Let me just test one more thing. Make sure I save the point. Okay, perfect. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for today. Let me just get the music playing. Let's see, who do we want to raid? Let's look up who's currently playing. And who do I got? Follow. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to D20 Thoughts. Let's go to D20 Thoughts and raid. So let's do that. I hope you all enjoyed this. This was a great stream. But yeah, I think it's about time we start raiding. What? Why not? Why not? Okay, D20 Thoughts. That's weird. Let me try. I'm gonna be ending stream in a bit. Let me try again. I think they don't accept raids. I guess not. I guess they don't accept raids. Must not allow raids. So let me find somebody else. Let me see. Who else can I go? Let's go to... Let's go to Quick Decks. Let's raid Quick Decks. And do that. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed doing this. I'm going to be heading out, but thank you all so much for popping in, even if for a little bit. Thanks to all the people who raided. Thanks for all the people who lurked in chat. Thank you all. You're all beautiful sons of guns. I really appreciate it. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to be heading out. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and take care. See ya, and adios muchachos. Goodbye, and adios.